Are we on the Autobahn?
Autobahn.
Asphalt. That's what it says. Do people ever steal gas?
You taste it?
So you know the quark that I put with the yogurt? That's what it's made with.
Really?
I love the curd bag pastry items. It's adorable.
The tractor, so cute.
This is white asparagus. Small sidewalks and roads.
Oh, it's kind of dangerous.
Cows. Where are the cows? The beanie.
Yeah.
Candy aisles.
When you go to pay, no one takes your credit card.
This video is going to be super exciting because we have a very important person here visiting us in Germany. It is her first time and things have already been really fun. Willa, who's that? Daisha. Daisha is my sister and we're just so happy to have her here. Look, you get to meet Aunt Daisha.
She has a tummy.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This on yawn.
So Daisha, what are your thoughts so far in Germany?
It is so much greener than Utah, so it's really, really beautiful.
She just had one of her first experiences on the Autobahn, and what did you say?
I don't know the word, but I found that it is the word exit. On our way back from the airport, I was like, oh, that's just like a town, because I saw like the arrow, so I was expecting, but then we've been driving longer, I kept seeing it over and over, so I'm like, it can't be a town. So then I was like, oh, it's the word exit, but I don't know what it is.
How do you say it, babe?
Well, we're gonna have Daisha read it to see what it says.
No.
Yeah, do you remember?
Asphalt. That's what it says.
How do you pronounce it?
Ausfahrt. Ausfahrt, yeah.
Asphalt. Asphalt.
Asphalt.
Clearly already having fun showing her around Germany. How do you say it?
I fart.
Is that silly?
Yeah.
Are you so happy to have Daisha here? Right now we're actually headed to Prague, and before we got into Czechia we topped up on gas, which also, if you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to give it a watch. We are going to be taste testing Czech food and also watch us explore Prague and explore the Easter markets there. We ended up ordering a beef goulash with dumplings, then we got another dish that was a beef sirloin and like a creamy sauce and some cranberries on top. Whoa.
We've got a spicy sausage, we've got a different type of gnocchi, got a different potato and ham, chicken thigh as well.
Okay, Daisha, what did you say when we got to the gas station?
One, it looked a little bit different just because there's no screens, and I learned you don't pay at the pump. So I also had a question like, do people ever steal gas? Because you could just get your gas and go and drive. If you chose not to pay, how would they know? In the States, like, you have to put your credit card in first, so you can't get gas until you give them a payment.
So actually, back in the day before cameras were around, that probably was more of a problem. But nowadays with cameras and everything, they have video of your license plate as you're filling up, so that if you do decide to ditch, they can fine you, I think up to 500 euro if you decide not to pay for gas. So unless gas prices are extremely expensive and you have a huge tank and it's like $510, they probably still will charge you $510 or whatever, but they have it on video. They're able to track your license plate and send you the bill in the mail, or somehow like police would know or something. But I'm pretty sure that because you can get tickets in the mail from like speeding cameras, they would get that same address from your license plate and they would be able to fine you 500 euro, if I'm not mistaken.
So you guys confirmed that. Daisha had the question. We think Tanner answered it. Are we right or not? Should we get a bunny? So we're here at a bakery.
It's a bunny.
Oh wow, do you want to show him?
Is this the bunny?
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's got a glaze on it.
We're here in Grafenbier. It's going to be fun to introduce my sister to some of these bakery items. Definitely something you have to do when you're here in Germany. This bakery item is one of my favorite. I love to see the different variations. I've seen these with like mandarin oranges, although that one's probably my least favorite actually, but I love the ones that have like the lemon, like a lemon crumb on top, or it's like mixed with berries or rhubarb. Oh, there can be some really good variations of this one. This one here is like a vanilla quark and it looks really good. Also has that crumb layer and the glaze.
So, you taste it?
It's yummy. It's like lemony, but not like a strong lemon flavor.
So you know the quark that I put with the yogurt? That's what it's made with.
Really?
This is really funny. I actually just Google translated what Kwarktasha means. Curd bag. So maybe this app is just not correct. I don't know exactly what it means, but we all love the texture of it. I love the curd bag pastry items. It's adorable.
This tractor is so cute. It's like a little old-fashioned tractor. We don't have those tractors in the States.
No.
No way.
We live in farm country.
They look different. Yeah, they're all just like high-tech and big and bright green. John Deere.
This is white asparagus.
Does it just taste like a normal asparagus?
It tastes different, but kind of close.
We're the same.
We're like, hey, here we go. You guys, my sister has been here for 1 week in Germany. She's going home soon.
I know.
And it's kind of depressing to think about it. But there's a lot of fun things that she's experienced here in Germany, and just a lot of things that you've like noticed throughout the week and you've said. We wrote a list of them and we're gonna quickly talk about them. First up, warm water. That's what I have on the list.
I knew this before too because I traveled to Europe, but I just hate drinking warm water, and everywhere has warm water.
Okay, next, small sidewalks and roads.
Oh, it's kind of dangerous. The roads one are small, which is fine, but like passing cars, or like we had a semi come and we had to like pull off, but if there wasn't a spot to pull off, like one of us would have been backing up in the road. That's just dangerous, like if there's lots of cars, lots of traffic, and it wasn't even a big town at all.
And I think that's normal for it being a small town. Like, I feel like small towns, smaller roads, like a lot of times they can be not 1-lane roads, but they feel definitely not like 2.
They're like 1.5.
There you go.
Like, which is weird that I'm like, make it
Just a little wider.
right, just a little bit. They can pass, but they're both like kind of off the road.
Like when we pass by, oftentimes we are slowing down. Like both cars are slowing down because you have to be kind of careful. And also I should have prefaced, like, these are in no particular order. These are just the thoughts that we have. So far the 2 are kind of things that you don't particularly like, but there's a lot of stuff that she does like. So we just are starting off.
I'm
don't
a
think
positive
it's bad. person. Hi. Willa's gonna come join us. You've got your snack. We're gonna tell stories.
That's a cool about we so good we like Jolene.
Oh, okay. Okay. Next one, villages and like the housing.
I mean, in the States, we have like towns and they're separated, but I feel like it's definitely more spread out. Where here it will be like nothing and fields and then just like a village. And all of the houses are really, really close by each other. Whereas in the States, like you want like a lot of people, it's like isolation. It'll be like a town and then lots of houses like spread out around the town. So it's interesting because people don't have like a ton of space here, but there's a lot of like countryside. It's just village, countryside, rather than spread out all around.
Cows. Where are the cows?
Where do they live?
At the farm.
They live in barns. So it's interesting because I didn't even know there were cows, and we'd be walking. Marissa would tell me like, oh, there's cows in here. And I'm like, weird. I mean, they have shelter for cows, like to go in and milk and stuff, but they don't live in the barn. Yeah,
Different.
yeah, different.
Okay, so a couple days ago we went to a playground. We actually got some tuna. It was just a nice sunny day. We were enjoying it. So one
Okay.
thing you noticed there with the kids had to do with the beanies.
Yeah, everyone's like wearing beanies all the time, especially a lot of kids. Not that beanies are like abnormal. I see beanies.
A lot of
I think this is so cool. We like a backyard and our dirt and our swings.
we do, huh? I think that a lot of German kids, they tend to be what appears in our American perspective overdressed on like a sunny day. Also, another thing is that the beanies are different. Like a lot of them are like a cotton, like they're not like a huge overly warm beanie, so that's probably why, and it makes sense. Next one is grocery store. So the carts.
Oh yeah, the carts are just fun.
Carts is so good. We like carts.
We love the carts at stores.
You like to sit in the cart, huh?
Yeah, those are really fun. We have those at in the States too, like the cars and the little kid ones. They're less frequent to see, but the wheels, they go all different directions and they're really, really easy to push. IKEA, the one store we have that's European, has them, and I love it, but any other store that I've been to doesn't have that. They just go forward and back and they're really hard to turn.
Yeah. Candy aisles.
Grocery stores, I'm sure most of you know, like in America are a lot bigger than like the grocery stores here in Europe. But your candy aisles are just the same. Like it's a full aisle, sometimes even like an aisle and a half of what I personally saw. And I was like, for this small of a grocery store, this is a lot of space, right? For this one item. Whereas like in the States, the grocery stores are huge. So I feel like everything has its own aisle almost. Like they're just really big.
You were surprised at how big the candy aisle was.
Yeah.
Compared to the size of the supermarket.
Also at the grocery stores, I saw a lot of different people carrying like bottles, plastic bottles, maybe were they glass bottles?
Mhm,
Yeah,
for
different bottles into the store. And I was like, are they recycling them here? Because the only really thing you can recycle most of the time at most grocery stores is like grocery sacks.
The plastic ones.
Yeah, but not bottles as far as I know. And it's not like all places in the United States, but even for me, like it's harder to recycle. We still have recycling bins, but they only take like certain plastics. I have to look and see what number of recycling. They only take like 3 things of the recycling, like maybe like 1, 2, and 5. They ask me not to recycle. So that's very different than here, of course. Oh, and last thing, also at the grocery stores and everywhere we paid, I noticed they don't ever take your credit card. I mean, at the States too, they will have like a credit card reader and it will be facing you as the customer and you can just use it and pay there. But a lot of times also they have it behind the cashier. And here, if they have it behind the like table to them, they'll like pick it up and so that you can have your card and pay. In the States, like it's very normal just to like give them your credit card and they'll do it for you. And then if you have like a pin or something else that needs to be, they'll then hand it to you. But like I've noticed no one takes your credit card and I'm assuming it's just like this courtesy thing. We don't touch your credit card, but I noticed that it was very rare.
And I didn't even notice it till you brought it up, but I don't know if they've ever taken it. And real quick to clarify,
If I had the choice, I would move to Germany. Honestly, one, because my sister is here and that is the hardest thing to be away, but it's really beautiful and I do love it.
let's go jump on the trampoline, okay? Let's say, thanks so much for being here.
No much to be here.
Say, we appreciate the support.
They put you as a boy.
Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. It means a lot to us. We will see you later.